Hello, welcome to my garage. This is a ficus. I am not exactly sure what kind of ficus because I was given this by someone and I wasn't told exactly what it was, but that's okay. We're going to find out when it grows. So, the person who I got this from really wasn't a fan of it to begin with and decided they just didn't want it anymore and tossed it out on the front porch to just do what it does. And it's been sitting out there for a good few weeks now. So, my hope is that if I repot it, give it some new soil and a little bit of cleaning and a nice happy home inside of my house, it'll come back to life. So, it's going to be a big project, but it's worth a try. So first, I have to try and clear off this root system here so I can better see what's going on. I kind of have the majority of the dirt gone, but I want to get it a little bit more clear. So I have my claw gloves to kind of help me dig in there. Because this is a tree, it's got some pretty intense roots, so I'm not too worried about damaging it. All right, for the most part, those are cleared off. I'm not going to worry too much about getting more off of them just because I don't want it to go into complete shock. It's already been through enough. So I'm going to dump out this container and fill it with new soil and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm thinking one of the reasons why this ficus was unhappy in its previous home was because this pot is just way too big for the root ball. That's a giant pot. So we're going to downsize a bit to this guy here, which is almost the same height, but it's not quite as tall and not nearly as wide. So it'll have a better, more snug fit. In my experience, ficus like to be a little bit more root bound and snug in their home. So I think that this is going to be a better fit. To clean out this garage. Okay, so what we have here is a nice chunky nutrient dense soil. It's just a nice mix here that's got some chunky bits in it and some nutrients, and it's going to give it the amount of drainage that it's going to need, but it's going to still hold moisture, and the nutrients are going to be what helps this plant hopefully grow back to being its beautiful self. So I'm just going to put a good layer of this in the bottom, a little bit more. And then we're going to stick the ficus in there. I think a little bit more on the bottom. That way the roots have room to grow down. Okay, now let's try. There we go. Beautiful. Now, I have no idea where my shovel is. My trowel, I should say. So I guess we're going to do this the hard way and use my hands, and I'm just going to fill in the top. Okay, as you can see here, it's draining the water out the bottom, which is perfectly fine. I wanted to give it a nice thorough soak on this first watering because it hasn't had water in quite some time since it's been sitting outside on that porch. So I'm going to let this drain out, and then I'm going to put it on a saucer and we'll find a home for it inside.
Well, you win some and you lose some. This one, we unfortunately lost the battle with. I tried everything I could think of, from repotting to fertilizing and feeding and cutting back the branches, and even, as you can see, completely chopping it all the way down to just the bare bones, but nothing seemed to work. I've had this outside for, I don't know, probably a good month now, maybe longer, and it's just not doing anything. I'll give you a close up here so you can see what's going on. So that one, unfortunately, will be repurposed into something else, or maybe not unfortunately. It's probably going to end up being more zinnias, so that's actually a good thing. But if you follow along with my planty journey, you've probably been wondering about how my outdoor plants are doing, and they are doing amazing. You can see behind me here, we have my hydrangeas, we have a fern over here. Everything is doing really, really amazingly. So, as always, keep checking back for more updates, and I'll be bringing you more planty fun soon.